Lisa. Hi, Super Nintendo Chalmers.
Hello and welcome to another episode of On the Bench. And on the bench today we have this Switch OLED. First one I've ever actually seen. The one with the fancy kickstand. Ooh, yeah, look at that. That has an issue with this left Joycon. You can see that bit sticking out there. Shouldn't be there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this Joycon apart. We're going to try and put everything back together. If we need to swap out parts we will. And then that should fix it. So once again, tools required for this are just the trusty tri-wing set and just a standard star. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 tri-wing screws that we have to take out first. So I'm just going to make sure I have the tri-wing bit. There we go. And again, can't get in a dough because we don't want to strip these. Come on, a tree, come on. Don't be at it, you. Don't be at it. There we go. And back here. And then we just very carefully, you don't have to be as careful as with the switch lights on this. Just see there's a gap there, and we just go along with our finger and just separate it out. And there she is. So you can just see there that this is the bit that we're having trouble with. I don't know how it got bent out of place. I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but you can see there's like a stress mark on it. And I do have spares, so I'm going to put a spare rail on it, I think. So you can just remove these two ribbon cables. There's the first one and there's the second one. But getting them back in is an absolute bugger with this mid-frame in the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the battery and remove the mid-frame, and then that'll give me better access to get these ribbon cables out. And oh, I have to take the battery out. Sorry, I forgot about that. You can just basically just prise this up. Just be careful, like with any battery, not to puncture it. Again, there's a little bit of adhesive there, but you can pretty much just peel it out. Come on, unstick your bugger. Yeah, there we go. And there's the battery out, and it reveals your two. You only need to take out these two gold ones, take the mid-frame off. Those other two, they just hold the motherboard in place. So you can actually just fairly easily take out the motherboard in these, if you know what you're doing. But we don't need to do that today. So a tree, a car, edge pop, thank you. And there's the mid-frame removed. There's the ribbon cable there. That's for the back shoulder button. We're just going to try and put that under as little stress as possible because we don't want it to break. So we've got our two small ribbon cables here and here that we're going to so there's a small catch on the back side on this one. So just lift it out. And then on this side it's on the other reverse, it's on the front. Up, you pop. And then we slide it out, and then there's the rail and the rear piece separated from the rest of the controller. Then to remove the rest of the rail, it's just this one screw here, out of the way with you, and then we can just lift this up, and there we go, there's the rail separated from the back piece. Now I'm just going to go to my big box of Joycon bits. Oh, that's a right one. They are not. No, that won't work. I thought I had a blue one. I should have a blue one somewhere. Alright, so it turns out I don't have a spare, but I think we can get this back in its right place and super glue it down. It'll hold for now, and then I can get one ordered for the customer and fit it at a later date. A bit of dab onto that. Just on the same there. And on the seam down here. Put it back into place. Yeah. And wait for the magic to do its thing. Okay, so that glue is now dry. That's feeling very solid. So we're just going to put it back together and then we'll do a little test. yeah, we've made a bit of a boo-boo. Turns out the other end was broken as well, but this is the bit that's causing us trouble, and I haven't glued it, so I have to glue it now. There, right. Could be hero oil. Anybody know any jokes? Through the magic of editing, we'll get to where it's fixed. Yay! Please, we're just sticking to it. And that means it's curing. Alright, we'll go back to this another wee while and we'll finish off. Alright, all it's back together now. So first things first, let's set up the switch. And will it clip into place first? It will. Right, let's turn it on. See that? Ooh, look at that lovely OLED screen. Okay, let's try this. Yeah. I'll just go. God, that screen is nice, in fairness. I don't know. Oh. This was paused during a game of Luigi's Mansion. Feels like everything's working. I'm just going to go. It's a little bit wobbly there. The system settings. So I'm going to turn it off and just check. Is that still holding? Because it's still quite wobbly. And I don't like how wobbly it is, but man, that's a good screen. I never thought the original screen on the Switch was too bad, but should we just compare it to the red one? So back in okay, it just feels very wobbly. Is there an issue with the rail maybe? Not dying about that. I'm going to see is there anything we can do about that. Alright, so I've got this other Switch and I'm going to take the Joycon off it and put it into this one. And so as you can see, that's wobbly as well. And if I take, oh, that is the original, okay, and then this is the one off that Switch. You can tell by the different coloured. Anyway, you can see it's wobbly as well. And then just to finish it, there's the other Switch, and I'm going to put its Joycon in there, and you can see solid as a rock. See there on that bottom slit, I'm just going to point it out now with my finger, hopefully in there. Bring it up closer to the lens there. See, there's a bit of a gap there, and on this side the gap is a lot closer. So there, I think that's what's causing it, it's just split a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rail out and I'm going to re-bend it. So the Switch OLED is pretty similar to all the other Switches to take apart. So you've got, well, they're actually tri-wings on the bottom. They used to be there and there. On the other Switches they are Phillips heads. And on the top, yeah, you got your single Phillips there. And you got your ones on the sides on the rails as well. And then there's two underneath the kickstand. There and there. So let's get these bitches out. Oh no, they are, you dumbass, they are star heads. Battery died, but I got the two screws on the bottom, which are actually star heads. And up the top, that's also a star. Once again, moving out of the frame. Because I am the video king. I am so good at the cinematography. They call me... Ah, I didn't even need to take it all apart to do what I want to do. I'm going to be very careful now and not pull too hard on any ribbon cable. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in there. That's better compared to the other side. Nah, still not great. Right, we can get it tighter. We can get it tighter. Yeah, there's still a bit of movement in that, I think. Yeah, I think I'm just going to swap it out. I'm going to buy a new one and swap it out. We've got a new part. It's actually a second-hand one from a used console, so it's official quality. Yeah, that reel looks pretty good to me. Alright, let's get it fitted. The joys of ADHD. Come on. Come on. There we go. Those top screws out again just in case. I know another switch is. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's why it's different. Thank you. And okay, yeah, there we go. So to get access to this ribbon cable, to get this slide off, we have to get the heat shield off. So we've got Henado 3 Kuig screws on the heat shield, on the heat shield itself, and then you've got up here for this, it looks like it's just a Wi-Fi antenna. There's a couple of screws on it, so I'm going to try, I'll take it off first and then we'll go from there. You can see there's one of the screws underneath the cable there, so we'll try and take it off and see how we get on. A lot of tape you have to disturb. So I'll take off the Wi-Fi antenna. There we go. And there's a lot of tape holding it in place because I want to kind of leave it in its original place as I can. I also don't want to damage that cable. Right, come on, screw. Okay, so in theory, well, there's probably another screw under that bit of tape there. Tape there. See it there? There we go. And I'm going to take off the other heat shield screws now. So yeah, I'll unconnect this Wi-Fi antenna cable here too. There we go. Again. Come on. Hello. 3 Kuig agus a seacht. Nah, Michael. In theory, this should just come out. Has that cable just been run behind? Yeah, there's a little clip in there. The cable's been run behind. So if I just move over that out of the way, there we go. That's enough to get us out of the way, and there's the heat shield off. You done me dirty, Nintendo. You done me dirty. Cable goes under the mobo. That makes things a bit more difficult. Alright, I'm going to remove the battery first. There we go. I'll just unscrew out the sides and get that clear. Well, replacing it anyway, so that doesn't really matter. Might make things a bit easier to get this out actually. So if I take off that screw, I wonder will it give me enough access to go under the board. That. Come on, you bugger you. There we go. There we go. I'll just test the lift on the board a little to see if we thread it. No, I'm gonna have to take out the bloody motherboard for this, I think. I'm just gonna try and take off the 2 screws that are holding the USB port down and see will that give me just enough room to lift. Is it stuck down? Is it not? No, it's not coming. Felt like there's a little bit of adhesive or something. Anyway, let's try and thread the new one in. Okay. Try not to break anything. Rule number 1. Rule number 2, have fun. missed it. I'm just going to thread it down between the gap here between the motherboard and the battery. Put it in, put it in, put it. Yeah, just go round bit up. I was just checking on the one I pulled out, because I could always just roll back the footage and check, but you know. I'm just going to cut to when it's done, because this is like boring to watch. As you can see, I have it in place, finally. It took about another minute or so. And clip that down. Okay, that's good. I'm going to put in some of the screws now on the rail, just to hold the whole thing in place. Alright, before I put anything back together, let's do a quick fitment check. So we want to be nice and solid, and oh yeah, rock solid. Not moving. Much better. That'll stop any more damage being done to the Joy-Con itself, to that bit that we glued, which I can't even see anymore. We've done such a good job. Been a couple of days, but I can't even remember where we glued it. Anyway, I'll put this back together and then we'll do the full test. Actually, just before we do, just to keep this cable from sitting up too much, I'm going to put a bit of Captain tape on it. Captain tape, if you don't know, is a non-conductive tape, so it basically stacks like an adhesive and a barrier. So there. That should hold everything nicely in place now. Alright, see you in a bit. Okie dokie, so now let's go for a proper test. So let this kickstand again, because I like it. There's the left. Rock solid. There's the right. Rock solid. I don't know how well it comes up on camera, but it's so nice, that screen. Yeah, I think we're all good here. Yeah, all the buttons. I'll just go test the buttons. Yeah, that's all good. I'm very happy with that. Yeah, I'm calling that a fix. Look at that, not a bit of movement from it. The other side, yeah, rock solid. A very, very, very nice Switch Oled to be getting on with. Alright, bye guys.